So yeah, those guys used to tear me up. Those guys were always a problem for me, those soul twisters, yeah. Now, they are not so bad, because I know their the startup animation of their shots, how long it takes for them to actually shoot, how much their shots can actually curve, when to dodge it, things like that. So that's fine. However, if you don't want to get hit by them, you don't move until you know what they're doing. They don't teleport like back to back to back to back. Always like a couple of seconds before they can teleport again. You just pay attention to what they're doing, and then move in the few instances where it's safe to move. I fell down when I should not have. And then, like, my mind stopped. I'm like, oh, I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing. And then by the time I realized what was happening, he was under me, and then I'm like, probably be down pogoing, but it was too late. Down pogoing, that's redundant. You know what I mean. But yeah. Normally don't like restarting, but that's early enough. And we started the stream early, so it's fine. You have one kitty? Okay. What kind of cat? Like, I got a short hair kitty, but it's a tortoiseshell, so she has fun colors. Browns and blacks and oranges and all that sort of stuff. I can't believe she's as old as she is now. Like, I got her in 2012. She's an 11-year-old cat. Remember when she was such a little kitty? I mean, I still call her the little kitty. But she was just, you know, my baby kitty. She was like 2 years old. She was the size she is now, just about, but she was a new kitty. Now, like, I'm her favorite person easily. She's always trying to get in my lap, just about. Whenever I go to bed, she could be dead asleep in the closet, right? If I go to bed, she, like, knows that's happening. She'll wake up, she'll find me, and she'll, like, try to get under the blanket. She'll walk up, she'll try to poke my face. She wants me to lift up the blanket so she can get under and curl in a ball next to me, which is flippin' adorable. And I played with her. I made sure that she was getting everything she needed. And I learned that she would sleep a lot. But if I wanted to play, she would wake up and play. So I'm like, okay, she's only sleeping because she has no one to play with. So we played a lot. And, like, I wanted to make sure that she was safe and taken care of, and I wanted to protect her and all that. So at night, I would bring her under the blanket with me and hold her close to me. Like, I will make sure nothing happens to you, my little kitty. And because, like, that's what I did when she was a little cat, after the first, I guess, few weeks of that, that's just what she does now. Like, that's her place to be when I'm going to sleep. For years, that's where she wants to be. Under the blanket, or I'm, like, for whatever reason, like, laying on my back when I'm sleeping. Sometimes I'll do that anyway, but sometimes she'll just get on my lap, chill there, fall asleep. Or sometimes, like, I was laying on my, like, sort of laying on my back last night, and she got on my back and kind of slept there for a bit. Laid her chin down on my shoulder and purring and became a sleepy kitty. I like that so much. I'm her favorite person. She's like trying to get on my lap and I'm about to get up and go, she'll hop on my desk. And then I'll leave like 10, 15, whatever. And I'll come back and she'll still be standing on my desk in the same spot and she'll meow at me. She's waiting for me to sit down so she can be on my lap. She likes me so much. Makes me happy. My cat, Trish. Yeah. Hey, Dumpster Donuts, how you doing? Good having you here. Sorry, I got caught up in my story. I didn't see you pop in. But, hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Do anything exciting this weekend? Or were you keeping it low-key? Your baby is black, brown, and gray. Abby? Oh, okay. Black, brown, gray. That's cool. I like those colors. Tortoiseshell kitty is really cool. Interestingly enough, my sister got a cat that was also a tortoiseshell kitty. They're just so much fun. Seriously adorable, though. She's my favorite little kitty. Granted, she's my only cat, but still. I remember when I had two cats. I had a bobtail, a gray bobtail, I named Bolt Vanderhuge. And then I had Pascal, which is my current kitty. And I got both cats with my now ex-girlfriend. Sorry, get some water. Bolt Vanderhuge, the bobtail cat, was a cat that my ex-girlfriend picked out. And he ended up really liking me. Like, I was his favorite person. And so when she and I were living together, we were in Tampa. I was in school, she was working full-time. She wanted another cat that liked her because Bolt preferred me. And so she got this other kitty. We got this other kitty, Pascal. However, how you doing? It was during a period of time when I stopped working for the summer. Like, I had a summer job as a personal fitness trainer. There was like a month period when I stopped doing that. Stopped doing that month, and then before my semester started. So during that month, I just stayed home with Pascal. And she ended up liking me more because my girlfriend at the time was working like 10 hours a day. And I was just home with the cat. Hey Trish, nice win there. And over a couple years later, we'll say over time, what ended up happening was, even though Bolt was my little kitty, and then when I got the new little kitty, he became the big kitty, he ended up preferring her. So he would generally end up on my ex's lap. But Pascal absolutely loved me. Easily. So when girlfriend and I separated and we kind of split up the cats, she took Bolt with her. And that was like my suggestion. I thought it made the most sense because Bolt always seemed to prefer her in the last couple of years. And Pascal always preferred me. So we did that, and now I have Pascal. And I am easily her favorite person. That is the story of my kitty Pascal. So she has been just my kitty for 9 years now. It's like they treat their pets like they don't want them there, I guess. But that's also one of the reasons why I say never buy someone a pet as a gift, because like a pet isn't just a thing that's cute and you get to play with and that's it, you know, so long as it is no longer boring to you. It's a lifelong commitment. Just about, you know, pets will live like 12, 15, even 20 years at times. So you're going in for a long, long time. So yeah, probably don't buy people pets as gifts. I remember I was talking to one of my coworkers a few years ago, and he didn't really understand. He didn't understand why people were so upset if like a pet passed away, for instance. Like, it's just a dog, you know, it's just a cat. But it's like a pet is something that has infinite and unconditional love and adoration for you, right? And it's a huge part of your life. It's constant. And what ends up happening is you develop like a dependency on this thing, in a sense. Like, it's part of your day-to-day. Like, you can't imagine living without it. There's always like a childlike innocence. It's like having a 3-year-old that can't talk, but stays that age forever, and you just have this constant adorableness. I imagine I don't have kids, right? And then someone like takes that away from you. Like, that's a pain there that maybe some people just couldn't understand. But I explained it like that to this person, and that resonated with him because he had a small child, right? And then he ended up losing a dog, and that was kind of tough for him. Never wish that on anybody. Certain sorts of pain you just don't want to wish on your worst enemies, right? Like a life partner, absolutely. So yeah, I am increasingly... I'm very aware that Pascal's an 11-year-old cat, right? Not a 2-year-old cat anymore. That was bad. Barely made that. Buy people Nintendo Switch instead. My sister did that, actually. My Switch got banned from the internet because I was modding it. So yeah, don't ever do that, by the way. I was modding my Switch, and I did so knowing that it was like, I'm making this decision. I'm taking this chance. So basically, I'm committing to the idea that my Switch is going to get banned from online services. That eventually ended up happening. So it didn't like really piss me off or anything or make me sad because like I already accepted that as something that would eventually happen. And I'd have to buy a new Switch. And that was fine. But it happened like in December, and I was talking to my sister about it, and she ended up getting me a Switch OLED for Christmas. It's like super nice of her. Yeah, taking the risk. Yeah, I knew what I was getting into. So, this is what it is. I don't think this Metal Gear Solid encounter music is wholly appropriate for going through Green Path. Like, Green Path doesn't really seem like a place that warrants Metal Gear Solid music, but this is where we are in life. New same thing, right? I'm not as big a fan of dogs. I've had dogs. Dogs can be like adorable and they're fun and they're very loyal and they can be very smart. Thing is, there's a lot of responsibility that goes into owning a dog. And it's difficult to do things like go on vacation, trips, etc. Dang it. That was so bad. I wanted a pet that I didn't have to like handhold. And that I could, you know, it could be a part of me. It'd be fun, it'd be cute. Be like, I always thought that cats were just, they didn't care about people. I remember you talking to me about your major a while back, and I sadly don't remember what it was. However, so glad that it's almost over, because I know that it can be... college is very busy, very stressful, so yeah. Let's totally care about people. Absolutely. So those people who have cats that sleep under the bed all day and only come out at night, and you never see them, I don't have that at all. I've never had that relationship with cats that I've owned. So they are just... My cat is very needy. I seem to attract needy beings in my life, but that's okay. I like that. It's nice to be wanted, you know? But here's my kitty. Cosmetology school, trade school. 2 degrees already. Oh yeah, that's right. I love this music. Troop Master Grimm, right? It's kind of orchestrated, and then when it loops, it gets metal, and it's still orchestrated. Let's go fight Hornet. I don't know what that is. That's reckless as all hell. I gotta pay attention to where she's going and not just follow a habit. Why did I jump? Why did I long jump there? What was I even thinking was gonna happen? That was so bad. I know to stay close to her when she's throwing the needle. Okay. I almost landed on. Can you pogo off of her needle when she throws? Sit. When you say family leg, what does that mean? I actually don't think I'm familiar. Is that an expression? I normally don't know expressions. Or do you have a leg where you just get family member memories tattooed? What do you guys think of tattoos as far as like you having them? I don't mean like in general, but just what do you guys think of like you getting a tattoo? See, I don't have any. I'm not opposed to it or anything like that, right? Most of my life I felt like there wasn't anything that Because, like, I get excited and then I lose interest in things. I felt like there was nothing that I'd want to have, like, permanently on me. That has since changed. But, like, I'm kind of ambivalent at this point about getting a tattoo, but I always wanted to know. People do, why do they? People don't, why don't they? What is your preference? Shoot. Lightning. I almost touched the bramble with the top of my head, because last time I did this, I almost landed on the bramble. You know how sometimes you subconsciously overcompensate for things that probably weren't issues in the first place? So we got... What is that? Thorns of Agony? Let's go get Mossy. What? Oh, okay. That was weird. I have to remember, so you dash around a lot, right? As you're moving, saves time dashing. However, Soul Sanctum can't really do that because I don't really know the pattern of the enemy spawns. And there have been times where I dash right into a mistake as it pops up. There was a time where I was just standing still and one came up under me, so you really have to learn where things are. Exact positions and locations of enemies when you're doing hitless stuff, so you know what to be ready for. Yeah, rhythm is everything. I almost pushed it too far out of reach, I noticed. Cool. And then we quit the bench. Did we equip Shaman? Oh, we need to go buy Shaman, that's right. I got him on him. Yes, absolutely. My day is going very well. I am very tired, but I am handling that well, which is good for me. Like that. Power of positivity, positive energy. Things are fun. Having a good day. A little slower today. Reaction speed slowed down, but that's fine, no worries. Still having fun. And if the first hitless attempt was a little odd, I guess. Got hit by an enemy I don't get hit by anymore, so that was kind of interesting. There we go. Cool. Sometimes Hera. I like that. Hera the Beast. Come on. Come on. There we go. That's fine. Pick up Sly, go buy Shaman Stone. Icy Wind, you say, you used to tell this to your coworker all the time, learn to spell, autocorrect isn't always right. I like that one. It's fun. Going good, trying to get back into 3DS animating. Oh, wow. That's cool. I think I knew that you did that, but my memory is not working at 100%. So that's really cool. Oh, 777 Geo, how about that? Let's equip Shaman. You want to share what your other one is? Yeah, guys, I have food on its way. Be here in like 10 to 15. I will absolutely be eating on stream. It's not usually my preference, because you guys just watching me eat, which is kind of weird for me. But, you know, that is what it is. My eating schedule was off today. And I streamed earlier than I normally do. What am I doing? Why am I pogoing? Bodes poorly. Oh, this, yeah, bodes very poorly. Hail lurker. I like that. You didn't have to share if you didn't want to. What does that word mean that Aneve said? Hey, Unwell Beauty, how you doing? Welcome in, good to see you. How you been doing this weekend? Hopefully good things. Oh, guys, so I just looked up at OBS, right, to look at chat, and I saw how, like, shadowy and gaunt and pale I am. And that reminds me, I bought a new ring light, so that should be on its way. So instead of shadowy, gaunt, and pale, I'll just look shadowy and gaunt. So, you know, that's a thing. That was close. I've been messing up my rotation in this room, so I'm trying to relearn it. Internet was out until now? No need to be sorry. Glad that you're here. It's good to see you. Okay, cool. Start the run over. I did. I got hit by the Soul Twister in the City of Tears. I made a decision I shouldn't have, and I knew that I shouldn't have. The moment I made the decision to move a certain way, I'm like, why am I doing this? It's horrible. This is how I get hit. Then I got hit. I'm like, guys, should I restart? I ordered Wendy's, so that's coming in minutes. Getting Wendy's via DoorDash is like stupid expensive, and I don't like it, but it's like I'm not making a habit out of it. I'm gonna go buy real food, gonna go grocery shopping tomorrow. Thank you so much for the bits, Trish. I appreciate that. It's really nice of you. It means a lot. I don't know. That's a lot. Bits are always appreciated. Okay. So here we are. Navigating some weird areas. There's certain rooms that are kind of tricky and I feel like I have to focus on. I'm talking a lot through some of these areas because they are muscle memory, but then there's some places where it's like, there's a lot of danger here. I should probably put that sound bit on, right? And there we are. Okay. So something good about me, right? I still have there's so much to do in that game. It's so much bigger than Breath of the Wild. Very surprising. I don't know what I expected. I mean, I expected it to be bigger, but there's a lot more to do than I thought there was going to be. Even though I didn't really have expectations, you just kind of, like, build them. Ashmaster. Okay, now what do we need to do? You know, that's the primary source of health. The game's a lot harder. I think the enemies come at you, like, normally in Breath of the Wild, you'd have, like, one that hangs back while the other one runs in, and then they'd, like, take turns. In this game, Tears of the Kingdom, they just all, like, they have no problem all rushing you. You gotta be, like, better at combat. It's a sequel in that sense. You know, they expect your abilities to still kind of be there. Come on, there you go. Big Beretta, right? Money. I probably don't need to pick up every little 1 in 5 geo, but money's tight. Money is tight at some points in the game. There we go. Ta-da. Mantis Claw. Managed to take out the first and the weakest. Haha, solid. Alright, Em. Bye. Enjoy dinner. Okay, so now we go fight Mantis Lords. Grab this Geo. Down to 5 hearts, time to abandon ship. I get that. Travel medallion on there. I have the travel medallion, I think. Don't you have to like activate it somehow? I don't think I have. Can't use it. I think. Here we go. Nice. Cool. Anytime I'm in spikes, I feel like there's always a chance of getting hit when you're negotiating spikes. You know what I mean? I mean, if you've done it a bunch of times before, there's always... Maybe this time's going to be different. Maybe this time I'll miss the pogo. Or fall to my doom or something, you know? Absolutely. I agree with that, Mantis Lord's time. We're going to do it to Smash Bros. Music by a string quartet. Why not? Even though my attention span is lacking right now, my memory is kind of weird. Tired and all that. Action speed slowed. Decision making's compromised. All recipes for success in a hitless run, huh? Right? Oh, that was bad. That was suboptimal. My hands are sweaty, which makes things worse. Interesting, 3 times in one battle with a double dash. 4 times, look at that. 5 times, what is going on here? What is this run? What is happening? What are you guys doing? Mantis Lords, why? That was weird. What was happening there? Why did we get so many of those double dashes? And spend lots of rupees on food? I get that. That was something. Like, I see maybe want to fight, and the last couple times I fought them, I didn't see that. Okay. That's where we are. I don't really want to, like, in Tears of the Kingdom, I don't want to spend rupees on food. So what I do is I hunt for meat a bit, you know what I mean? Pick up mushrooms as I see them. You get those hardy truffles. Basically like the hardy truffles and the hardy truffles and the radishes, I think they are, whatever they're called. I think you just have to cook them by themselves. And you'll get like a dish that gives you full recovery plus like temporary hearts or something like that. So that's hopefully nothing crazy in a negative way is happening. Yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. We're friends now. I don't have to worry about making mistakes and falling and taking damage from them. Okay. This isn't the run, guys. There's no way this can be the run. Not with the way my reaction time and decision making is working. No. But we're gonna finish out this run no matter what. Barring like death, because it's a steel soul. Yeah, we'll finish out the run. Even if I take a billion hits. Organizing your mod folder for Sims. I don't think I knew Sims could have mods. Which I should have thought that because like every game can have mods, really. There're just always mod makers out there. How many mods do you have though if you have to organize them? That's so many. I mean, I'm not trying to like criticize because when I played Skyrim a lot, I had hundreds of mods at a time, you know? There's so many fun things that you can do with it. quality of life, different experiences, visual updates, whatever. Drop your pasta in. Oh man, that sucks. Definitely know the feeling. But yeah, glad that you're trying to not be so upset about that, because you know, hopefully you have like alternate food options. I know when I'm like, I don't wait until I'm like kind of hungry to start eating. Like I don't eat until I'm like hungry. You know what I mean? So if I'm like at a point where I need food immediately, and then I decide to, I don't know, not do it or drop something or whatever, that kind of sucks. And as a hangry person, that is not something that I like. Sorry, I was trying to negotiate a dangerous area. I'm sure my sentences were all broken up and somewhat incoherent, but listening. Thanks for listening regardless. As a person who is like marginally germophobic, I don't think I would at all. Of course, I also use purified water to cook the pasta in, so, you know, stresses me when tap water is used. Part of my life. Problem is you get worried, Mad King, because you've been one-shot too many times and don't want to wait until I'm low enough to get the full effects. I got you. Fortunately, the full recovery... It's like that. I'm saying that that's what I do, right? Make the full recovery things. However, I don't use them because, like, I don't feel like I have enough hearts to justify using a full recovery dish. So it's like I'm making all these. And then I make a bunch of backup foods with meat and mushrooms that give like 5, 7, 9 health. I get like 1 to 2 shot primarily because, even with like 3rd tier armor, primarily because I built out my stamina bar completely at first. I'm like, I'll just not get hit. That's like my specialty, right? So yeah, not that easy when I don't know how to play a game too well. I maxed out this I got like 1 heart, maybe 2 hearts. So I had 5 in between building up my stamina bar. Once that was maxed out, I started focusing on hearts. Neve has 1,000 hours and 17 minutes, so I just need to install Frets of Fireball. A little difference. Alright, so we are going to Lem. And this is your safe food place? Aw, that's cool. What do you usually get there? So normally those guys with no charms or upgrades, those flying guys take 5 hits. With 1 nail upgrade and fragile strength, they take 2 hits. Which is kind of an amazing change of pace. Early in the game, too. Like, all you gotta get is Fragile Strength from Lem. Not Lem, sorry. Fragile Strength from Leg Eater. And 1 nail upgrade, which is pretty inexpensive. And you just doing a lot of damage. Get a junior cheeseburger, nuggets, fries, and lemonade. Ooh, I haven't had nuggets in a while. Outside of, like, buffalo chicken bites or something. There we go. And I get popcorn chicken sometimes. And I haven't had fries in a minute, I think.
Vår son velmi artred. Kachael velmi artred. Velmi artred. Velmi artred. Kachael.
Something good about me, right?
Velmi artred. Vår son Helma Delka.
Sorry, you redeemed that like 20 minutes ago and I get so distracted. I didn't forget my 2nd dose of Adderall too, but for some reason, here we are. Oh, that's why I didn't have enough soul. I don't normally shoot this guy. But I did once. That was the problem. So I used soul on him where I normally don't. Lower. I don't have to double shot him, but it is safer. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Something good about me. I normally can take information that I've learned and apply it pretty well. So in certain games, I usually don't make the same mistake multiple times. So if I get hit a certain way, it's like, okay, I got hit doing this, let me just not do that. And I really don't forget that. Like, it gets stuck in my subconscious so that I'm already starting to apply it, which I'm really grateful for. It makes it so it doesn't take me as long to do these runs as it could. So yeah, I think that is the good thing about me for that redeem. And thanks for redeeming that. Okay. It was so much easier than last time when I didn't have enough soul and I got hit and all that stuff. Okay, now that that guy's done. Coming up, but don't actually use it. Don't bench. Cool. Thanks, Ub. I appreciate that. For those who don't know, I sometimes shorten Unwell Beauty to Ub. And you do as well, right? I think your Mario Kart character is now named Ub. One more hit. We come over here and we get the key. Oh, geez. We were closer than I thought. I shouldn't walk in. I should walk right into the door a little bit because I have to. And then shoot, not just walk in halfway through to see where he is. I know better than that. I was also trying to compensate for a mistake I made before. His profile is just up. Okay. Why did I go up there to hit him? What was the point of that? Okay. Activate storeroom stag. Bench at city storerooms. Reading my notes, guys. Come on. Okay, Wanderer's Journal sells for 200. We'll come up here. I'm gonna grab a vessel fragment. Get some more food. Get a Frosty. Let's get some Frosty. I like Frosties. You know, I haven't had a banana shake in a very long time. They're pretty good. They ruin everything for a Neve. Clearly, yeah. Killed your first Gleeok today? Oh, that's cool. I have not done that yet. That's dangerous. I have not... One time, I decided to F around and find out, you know? And I found out. I almost went down there to D-dive. I don't have D-dive. So, move into the shadows. Let me shoot you. Let me shoot you. There you go. Nice. Cool. Now we quit to bench. Electric thing was a pain in the ass. Yeah, that's the one I decided to fight. I don't even think I got near it to try to fight it, to be honest. So now we're going to go buy the lantern and the rancid egg. We're going to go sell some eggs. Hey, M, thanks for that contribution to the Keybind Challenge. Appreciate you popping in. Are you like officially back from dinner or are you just checking in here and there? Yeah, that's a thing. That is a thing that happened. Knew what I was getting into, but was still ill prepared. I believe that. And what's with that face? That was hilarious. Oh, do I get the well relic here? I'll get the well relic now. Actually, I had the easiest time in the one in the depths. I didn't know there was one in the depths, I think. I've not found that. So, funny story about that quote. I was playing Hollow Knight with M. We were on stream. And she was trying to wall jump up over a ledge. And she missed it. Like, it wasn't even, like, a big deal. Just, like, she didn't clip the lip of it, and she just fixed it in, like, 2 seconds, right? Not a big deal. But I was, like, poking fun at that. I'm like, come on, there you go. She's like, don't come on me. Like, just repeating what I said. However, it had, you know, the comment is the comment. And we just couldn't stop laughing. It was hilarious. Part 2 to that story. I guess part 2. So right after that, we laughed. We fought some Shroomel ogres. We like got to this battle against these Shroomel ogres, and we were like, okay, we gotta fight this thing. We gotta fight this thing. And then after we fought this monster, this mushroom, we both started laughing again, like our minds went right back to it. It was very funny. So flash forward a week later, she and I are playing a randomizer off stream, right? We're just playing a randomizer. And what happened was, we got to that section, and I was a little bit ahead of her. So I got to this exact same area, and I thought it'd be funny to say the same thing, to just kind of remember the fun thing that happened, you know? So, same thing. I said, there's like a second behind me. And so I'm like, come on, there you go. And she wasn't paying attention to the fact that that was like the quote. She's like, don't there you go me, like you've been waiting around 10 years. And I was like, you really just did the exact same thing with the other half of the sentence. And like, I didn't say that, but I thought that. And like, after a second, she realized it, and we both just started laughing again, because it was freaking hilarious. And then, again, we moved up, we fought the Shroomel ogres, and then we started laughing about it. Like, that actually just happened. Like not the same don't come on me quote, but just the idea that the same thing happened. And it reminded us of the quote in the first place. So, yeah, huge fan of that. And I'm like, I really wish we had been streaming this or recording it or something. So, yeah, that was that. Now you guys know the story. Work on enhancing stuff? Nice. There we go. Nice. Crystal Peak is a dangerous area. However, there are ways that you can get through it safely. I don't remember the speedrun route that is safe, but the Hitless run has me take my time there. Here. Through here, hang out in this gap. Chill here. So this laser guy on the right passes by right there. Make your way up. Make your way up. And you're golden. I love that pogo. Pogoing off of background objects and enemies to get to places you're not supposed to. It's so cool being able to do that. So much fun to see where you can explore, etc. Love the humming from Cornifer, really. Really good music. One of my favorite pieces of music from Final Fantasy VII Remake. Really cool. Alright, need to focus here. This is a area of I can get hit if I'm not careful. Oh, so Unwell Beauty, Luigi's Mansion. I remember, I think I only played Luigi's Mansion 3. But Wouldn't he hum like the original Luigi's Mansion theme? Just kind of go through and hum that when he's like trying to not be nervous. I think that's what that was, right? Or did he do that in all of them? Oh, too early. Alright, let's speed run this section, right? Not gonna. Speed run strat, I know. No, kitty. Not right now. Not in the laser room. Don't come up here during the laser room. My favorite little kitty, but... Oh, I have food up here. Forgot where I was in the cycle. All of a sudden, I'm like... You should not pause it in the laser room. However, if the kitty is like... Why did I hesitate there? That wasn't good, but... Hesitating's not good. At least I know how to save it there. Me too. No, kitty. No. Gonna have to wait a couple hours. I'll be done streaming in 2 hours, kitty. I get that. Rancid egg over Blue Lake, Dream Nail, Dream Shield. Okay. Away we go. New. Makes me happy. I like newming across the world. New. 2 hours can fly by. 2 hours at work can be an eternity. 2 hours when playing video games can be an eternity. 2 hours when streaming... 2 hours when playing video games, sorry, flies by. 2 hours when streaming flies by. Like, when I was doing the randomizer, I felt like all of a sudden, 5 hours had gone by. I'm like, what just happened? It was so... Hey, no, kitty. You can't be up here. My food's up here. Oh, hey, stop it. She's so persistent. I keep hanging out with these stubborn girls. What is this? Sounds like I have a type. I don't know, I like being around... what's I saying? More fun that way. Hanging out with pushy people, stubborn people. It can be more fun that way. You call them stubborn? I mean, is what it is. Just strong-willed. Yeah. Stubborn's not like a bad word, really. Thanks for the lurk, I appreciate it. Just, you hang out with at least one stubborn cat girl. They're quite stubborn, you think? I've been called stubborn before. I remember I was doing one of those like online BuzzFeed quizzes, and one of the questions was, what do you think is your strongest personality trait? And it gave 4. And I was there with my girlfriend at the time, different girlfriend from the cat one, right? So I asked that question to her, and I was going through, and I said the first thing, and then I said the second thing, which was stubborn, and when I said that, she said stubborn. She, like, right away. Like, there was no hesitation, there was, like, immediately, like, you think I'm stubborn? She's like, absolutely. And I hadn't considered myself stubborn at the time. I mean, I was, like, 28. But, oh god, that was a long time ago. Okay, Dream Shield, activate Resting Ground Stag. But, where was I? I thought about that and I was like, you know what, I am stubborn. I don't like giving up, right? I don't like giving up. And I don't mean like losing fights or refusing to like give ground or anything like that. If I'm doing a hitless run, I don't like giving up, right? Yeah, how about that? How you doing, dude? How was the rest of your stream? I only caught some of it. But I hope that you enjoyed it. Because, you know, doing my own thing over here. But yeah, so stubborn, right? One of the things that helps me get through hitless runs. But you could call it strong-willed, you could call it passionate. Not a bad quality. Like, if you let it hinder you, then it's a problem, right? You gotta do your modly duties. I got you, dude. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. It's cool hanging out with you. Stubborn, I stick in situations that just cause me pain until someone else is like, let it go. Yeah, I'm, get that way. Not that someone else's let it go thing, but I'll try to like force things to work, like varying types of relationships, whether it's romantic relationships or friendships or whatever. And you know, sometimes you just gotta know when to fold them, I guess, or whatever it is. Like, I don't like hurting people, so I'll hold on to things longer than I should. So the whole purpose of coming down here was really just to activate the stag and take this to the city. And get good, dude? And Eve, one of the rules is no get goods in chat unless you're quoting Hornet. I associate get good with, like, I don't know, certain type of criticism I don't really care for. Same. I get that. Why am I here? Elegant key, right. So, I was in like a 6-year relationship with someone. We lived together. We had 2 cats. I was telling you about that, right? And the thing is, a rancid egg, stag storeroom. I'm reading my notes now. It's not part of the story. So, breaking up with her was extraordinarily difficult because she didn't do anything wrong. It just didn't connect on the levels that were most important to me. You know, and that sucks when you know the person's a nice person, a good person. They didn't do anything wrong, but you know what the right thing for you is. So that sucked a lot. I do things harder. All vanilla bosses are all grubs. Oh, for like a hitless run or just like a speed run? I'm thinking, if we talk about hitless, I don't know where all the grubs are. I think vanilla bosses for me would be easier because I'm a lot more proficient with the boss fights. I'd rather do vanilla bosses, excluding, like, Radiance kind of sucks. Well, base Radiance isn't so bad. I would rather do all vanilla bosses, like, if I had to pick one. I think they'd be more entertaining and enjoyable, too. I like the combination of going through the route and fighting bosses. Like, that keeps it from being tedious. I don't like doing all boss fights, right? Pantheon 5 hitless is not really for me like I thought it would be. But an all grubs route, I don't think I would like that either. Shade Soul, Spell Twister, D-Dive. Let's do all of that. Yeah, I like boss fights a lot. And I like running these routes, surprisingly. We loved hunting down the grubs. Gotcha. When I was playing through casually, it was kind of cool. Like, ooh, where are all these guys? You know, let's explore and find out. Because I like exploring. But hitless run, I don't know. I don't really like that goal as much. Hey, nice win, GG. Now this guy can be kind of tricky. He's ended a few of my original any percent runs. I think that, I don't know, like Suluber's Blessing seems kind of interesting. Like I'm looking into doing Spurco randomizers, talking to Birdius Blue about how she sets it up. I don't know if you know Birdius Blue, actually. Okay. Don't have D-Dive yet. There we go. Cool. Nice. Fun. Easy. Very close. You have to be careful with how you balance hitting the ghost when you hit them. You optimally want to be able to shoot the ghost and him at the same time when he's far away. Paid Soul now will be wrecking bitches hard. Love it. Okay. So I think... I don't know. It's a fun game. I mean, you know, it's kind of my thing. I like it. Okay. Now, fortunately, these MFs that wrecked me on my first attempt today now only die in one hit. One Shade Soul, empowered by Shaman Stone, and we are good. You have to be very careful when dashing in this area. I don't always know where the enemies pop up. Learn some. Your 5th reset? Steel Soul died around the beginning and around the end of the stream. Gotcha, it's your 5th reset. Not too bad, though. I'm sure you'll get that very soon. Are you going for any percent completion, right? Not aiming for, like, 100%? So there's a guy that appears here. He appears above you sometimes. Teleport. Oh, I missed. Oh, no, that's bad. That's very bad. There we go. Okay. I need to know how wide this thing is. I'm using it correctly. I do remember. I remember my first time doing Steel Soul. I did it on stream. And I had done it after I learned how to speedrun. I knew the areas pretty well, which helped a lot. Kind of knew the routes. I had to get extra stuff. Actually, I remember now. I wanted my first attempt. I feel like I should have more soul than this. I didn't mean to trigger you. That's weird. I should have had more soul than that. I shot this guy up top with some Shade Soul. Then I broke this thing, but it's like I don't understand why I dropped down here with no soul. That doesn't make sense. I should have a lot more soul than I have right now. I have nothing. What am I missing? What did I do wrong? It's not like... I know how to fight these guys with the nail only, right? So it's not really the end of the world, it's just... It takes more time and therefore it's a little more risky. It takes some time to learn a speed route. So, you know, you could do that, learn a whole speed route. Or you could just say, nah, I'll figure it out as we go, we'll just wing it. Winging it's always good, right? Never any problems with winging something. Don't know where all these enemies spawn. There's a guy that triggers over my head. Cool. Spell Twister. I think I'm gonna put on Spell Twister, but that's one of the ones that I get for an extra %. Each charm gives me 1%, and our goal is 69%. You know, nice percent. So that's what we're doing here. We got a lot of stuff to get. After completing so much of the game, and it was heartbreaking to watch that. It felt so bad. Like, I couldn't imagine doing like multiple Steel Soul runs. It's gotta be just... I don't know, like at what point is it like, I'm tired of being destroyed like this? Tired of having my heart broken, you know? Hang on. 20% on learning a speedrun? Don't try to speed run it when you're learning it. Just learn how to like walk through it, learn the rooms, learn the routes, learn the items. You know what I mean? Oh. Well, that was easy enough. Right, so you learn the route, learn what items to buy, learn people you have to talk to when you're... Because there are times where you have to quit and go back to an early bench. So learn what benches you have to sit down on, learn what benches you don't have to sit or you shouldn't sit down on. Hitless runs are designed to minimize your damage taken. Put you through as many low-risk areas and as few high-risk areas as makes sense, right? In my opinion. Hooray, D-dive. We can't quit out now. We have to go through the rest of Soul Sanctum. I don't like. For some reason, beating this guy, getting D-dive, this is like a hard save. So it's treated like a bench for quitting out. If I quit out of the game and jump back in, it'll put me right here. So I actually have to go through the rest of Soul Sanctum. Lurking now so you can grab some food. No problem. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate the raid, and it'd be cool if like my any percent video provided to be useful, proved useful. If not, if you go a different direction, I hope you find a way to get through Kill Soul that works best for you. But I'm sure I'll be seeing you around. If I D-dive here, that's kind of weird. Sometimes if I D-dive there, enemies are following me right on top of me. Okay. I missed a grub, so getting like this grub here is kind of important. This is a tough room. Little guys spawn everywhere. I think that's the answer, like Shade Soul and then jump and dash. A lot of little guys spawn there. Nice. Now don't dash here, because there's a guy right there, ready to ruin your life. Awesome. And now we're pretty safe. Bring this elevator up. Okay. So we got the relic, taking the stag back to the city. We gotta go to the Howling Cliffs, guys. What people say is one of my most reckless areas is going to get Joni's Blessing. So we're going through a pretty dark area. And we're going through a dark area that has a lot of spikes and a lot of enemies that just sort of appear out of nowhere. And you have to know where everything is very, very well. It is a high damage area, like high risk area, I should say. But I have it in there because I still think it's safer than some of the other options. It's actually hard to find 69% when I was going through everything and building this. There's a lot of risky areas that I'm just not as comfortable with, and I found what seems like the best approach. We bench here. New all the way across. I have to be careful because I don't know where all the stalactites are. I don't know where all the stalactites are. Maybe I just go down this way instead. I can just noom across here without having to worry about the spikes. And then, yeah, I think this will be my new approach. Stalactites don't drop here. That's the only enemy here, I think. There's only one enemy in this bottom section now. When you first start, there are two. Now there's only one little crawlid. Okay. Don't really remember where all the spikes are. I like that it has a little gong sound whenever you find a secret area. Kind of a cool feeling, because sometimes you don't know if you found a secret area or if it's an intended area. Like in certain games, right? It's like, oh, is this like a hidden path? Or is it the path that was just kind of obscured, you know? The game lets you know you found a secret, which is kind of nice. Yellow bird in chat. We do not sit there, we do not bench. Gotta quit out and go back to the city. We're learning all of the skills from these three brothers. Each one of them is a percent. Getting all three allows us to go back to Sly, who will give us the charm, Nail Master's Glory, which is also a percent. So, you know, this one's kind of on the way to other things we're getting. When I'm done with this, once I get this, I want to see if there's someone who can, like, really optimize this route. Alright, now let's fight Gorb. So single hits if you have to. Full hits if you're being unnecessarily reckless. I would really like to get double hits on Gore, but it's not always so easy to do. There we go. There's a double hit. Too early. There we go. There's Gorb. Now we go get Joni's Blessing. One of the higher risk areas. You guys will see what I mean if you haven't already. I'll show you. This area is kind of like a downward. For whatever reason, I was going to say a downward ascent. That's called a descent. Oh. Gotta look down, pay attention to where you're about to fall. Fortunately, there are no, like, stalactites that I know of here. Not as good as like route building. I've never done that before. I've gone through several revisions and tried different things and taken out different things. I haven't laughed like that in a minute, dude. That was good. I don't know what I expected as an answer, but... At present, for me, the most dangerous part of the run is Elder Who. I do want to do Coliseum 3 Hitless, not as part of a run, as its own thing, because I'm not... Because that'd be kind of cool to be able to sit... Because people like really struggle with Coliseum 3 because it's freaking hard, right? But I'd love to be able to say that I did it without getting hit. Just like I can say I did the Path of Pain hitless. Yay, that's cool. Even though it doesn't like really mean anything by itself. Like, it doesn't go on any like record or ledger or whatever. Like knowing that I can do certain difficult things without getting hit. Now, I'm considering doing like an all skills run, especially after today. But like, once I do this, that'll be my next big thing, probably. Unless someone else presents another idea. All skills is like an official route, though, an official thing. Follow 3 is a nice short run. So, is that like on a list of things you want to do in Hollow Knight? Is that something you're going to add to your stream schedule, or something that would just... or is that one of those, it would be nice sort of things? Is there some things where I'm like, oh, it'd be nice to do that, but I don't know if I'm actually going to do that, you know? So, Grim Lantern, Relic, bottom left of Cliffs, and Grub, bottom right of Cliffs. Okay. And then Balder Shell. We found a safe way to get through here. I like that. So you don't focus true ending, right? What is, why did you end up stopping that? Or stop prioritizing that, I should say. Oh, I didn't realize it was that soon. Got the double hit, nice. Okay, so that's a good strategy for that area. Boulder Shell. Gotcha. Enchanted Portals, the Cuphead clone. Oh, cool. Last Faith, Bloodborne, and Blasphemous Child. Is Last Faith 2D or 3D? Because Bloodborne versus Blasphemous, those are two different games, different styles. Because that does sound interesting. To be fair, all those games do. 2D pixel art. Nice. That's cool. 2D pixel art. Metroidvania platformer. Blasphemous, dude, is a tough game. Stag to Green Path, okay. HK's harder? You think so? Interesting. I mean, you would know, obviously, right? There are all these games that I think are harder than Hollow Knight, or harder hitless than Hollow Knight. But it occurs to me that, you know, I've been playing this game pretty nonstop. So, I'm familiar with it, but I'm not as familiar with some of the other games. I'm not super proficient. NG Plus is pretty hard, though, not gonna lie. I like that. I like when games have a new game plus and it really ramps up the difficulty. It makes me happy. Okay, so we're going to get Rancid Egg and... oh, so we're going to Shio. Gotcha. Cool. I'm getting better at remembering, like, the first half of the route. But as I go further along, adding more and more things that I don't normally put in routes, so I'm having to check my notes more and more. I would say that the boss rush with all bosses in the game for Blasphemous is way easier than P5. Wow, so what you're saying then is having done a lot of Hollow Knight, I should just start doing hitless Blasphemous and I'll wreck it? Is that what I'm hearing here? Is that what I'm hearing? But that's really cool. Like, I remember, like, she got that and... you got a run, right? What was the run that you got? Because both of you got something really cool. And I didn't remember what that was. Got ending B and ending A. So you did both endings like back to back? Hitless? 3+ hours. Yeah, I gotcha. Oof, that could have been bad. Alright, Shio. Separately, okay. And Neve appreciates that too. I think that's fantastic. Now we go to No Eyes. I can just walk off to the left there. Alright. I'm glad that they put this little elevation right here. Keep you from like sea dashing into Bramble. I mean, you still run that risk, right? Come back to Mario Odyssey grind anytime soon. I'm going back to Mario Odyssey. Honestly, I'm not. A little more bothered when I get hit in even new games because I'm like, I really shouldn't be getting hit at all. Even though the game's new, it shouldn't matter. I focus less on armor and more on attack damage. I focus less on health and more on like stamina or other things, you know? Because I'm like, I'll just not get hit. That's fine. That feeling is like, no, how did that hit me? I'm playing so well. Yeah. Like, I actually, honestly, I don't mind getting hit if it's in a way that I've not gotten hit before. Like, there are ways where I'm like, come on, Super Jump, you know better. What are you doing? That's irritating, because I know better. No Eyes is kind of tricky for me, not gonna lie. Max super jump in a way he did not know could happen. Did it bruise? Maybe. Landing on ice hurts, right? Yeah, that thing too. Alright, so No Eyes. The problem I have with this fight is that it's dark, because you have to rely on the lantern, and that doesn't fully illuminate a room. So, it's difficult to see things. Obviously, that's what darkness does. Now, standing right in the center, I've been told, is perfectly safe. You gotta be really patient. Instead of, like, seeking out No Eyes. Oh, nice double hit. Gotta wait for her to come to me. So this is a slower fight because of it. Just when I'm walking back to the center, I gotta be careful that nothing's coming up from the right or left. Oh, let's get down here, please. Be in a place where I can hit you safely. Nice. Is her teleportation... Are her teleportation locations random? Or does she follow, like, sort of a pattern as where she's teleporting to? I'm thinking that it's all random. Hollow Pass, what's up, man? How's it going? Hope you had a good weekend. Okay, so I didn't know I could get Shade Soul double hits over there. That's really good. Very helpful. Just pins her to the wall and hits her twice. Don't like that sentence out of context. Okay. Spikes here. This room is kind of designed to make it so it's tricky to get through without lantern. What's interesting about some of these dark rooms is it takes you to the very beginning of the room. Awesome. No Eyes is a percent. No Eyes is a percent. Got one of the mask shards, which is basically 1/4%. And that gives us 100 more Dream Essence, which allows us to get Dream Wielder. That's the thing about the Dream Warriors. They're a % each, and they give you Essence, which gives you some stuff. There's a green guy over here. There you are. So, you enjoyed dinner and all the things you were doing. You've been popping in and out. I don't know if you can actually hear. And please raise a hand if you have audio. Okay, that is actually safe, okay. Grubby. I don't need to do that right away. Oh, that's... I forgot for a minute. Like, I charged up Crystal Dash, and I'm like, oh no, that's so bad. Scared me. Like, actually legit, like, stressed me out. And I charged up C-Dash there. Okay. So I don't need to get the grub first. So here's the thing. Early game, see the splits just to the right of the gameplay. In early game, I have a lot that I do in between each split. As we get further, that changes, where I have more splits than I do things between them, I guess. So it'll look like I'm taking forever in the early game, but that quickly changes and we power through the last half a lot more quickly than the first half. What am I doing here? Oh yeah, so we gotta take our first left. So I have been in and out doing things in the background, but listening, not always chatting. If you ever need anything, holler. Okay, thanks, dude. I appreciate you being here. Having me as background music, so to speak. We'll grab this. We end up going back to Lem one more time. Cool. Just about every room is dangerous to some degree, so you gotta be careful. Obviously, you gotta be careful in a hitless run, but there really aren't times where you can just let your guard down. You just kind of roll through the area like it's no big deal. A little more high-risk area than I don't want to say that area is tricky. Squid Arena is not really tricky. But you just have to be careful. Calling Wraiths. I don't know if I even use the spell, to be honest. It's just a %. Bag to King Station. So Blasphemous 2 is coming out next month. It's going to be really cool. I didn't beat Blasphemous 1 because God of War Ragnarok came out. I was hoping to get through it, but I was not successful. However, Blasphemous 2, I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with it. And still waiting on Silksong, but aren't we all? Silk Song's gonna be really cool. I don't think that it's... I'm not trying to say, is it gonna be better than Hollow Knight? It's gonna be its own thing. I think if people are expecting it to be... I imagine... I don't know, but I think the game is gonna feel a little slower. It's gonna be more technical, more technically complex. Because of that, I think that Hitless is gonna be more difficult. I do want to rewatch the gameplay trailer for Silk Song, though. In about a month. Here, okay. Now this room sucks. There's one little Lancer guy that just always ruins my life. Did I get that one? Did I get him? I think I got him. That was way too close. Terrifyingly close. That little winged sentry almost got me. Okay. Scared the bejesus out of me. Had a little playing a little fast and loose in the area that I just described as like the most dangerous area of this split. But you know, that's me, I guess. I wait for my freaking heart to stop. Slow down, not stop. Did you die? You died. Okay. Pale ore. Alright, so we quit to bench. I am here. Yeah. I didn't actually bench where I was meant to. Okay. Yo, what you doing this weekend? Hopefully you had some good things going on. I haven't really done a whole lot. Applying for jobs. Playing some Hollow Knight. I was actually playing games a lot yesterday. I was streaming Hollow Knight in a Discord in a VC, playing Mario Kart, and then played a little bit of a game called Helldivers, which I am enjoying. Not by myself, I don't think that'd be a fun game to play alone. But multiplayer, it's pretty cool. So, you know, doing that, playing some different games, hanging with different people for like 8 hours, 7 hours. And I watched some streams, and I stayed up later than I should, just chatting with people, but super tired. I really should have gone to bed earlier than I did. But yeah, good day overall. I'm very warm. I need to turn up my fan, actually. I really appreciate the leadership skills I learned, built, developed, etc. But the best way to apply those is in customer service, and I really don't like being a customer service supervisor. Because in customer service, a lot of people want to talk to the manager, you know? And they'd come to me. Fortunately, like... Why am I here? Sell relics, nail 2, okay. A field dealing with customers. Yeah, it does, especially as a supervisor, right? As a non-supervisor, not a big deal. As a supervisor, I taught my team how to de-escalate things. They'd be like, yeah, so-and-so's on the phone looking to talk to a manager. I'm like, all right, tell them I'm wrapping up a client call. I can get to them in a few minutes, but say this, you know, and I'd kind of teach them how to approach a client in that situation. So while the client is waiting for me, because they think only a supervisor can help, they would get assistance they're looking for, right? And then at the end, it's like, all right, so supervisor's wrapping up. Do you still want to talk to him? Almost always no. I rarely got those calls. But when they did come to me, it was like a mess. It was just this catastrophic thing that took a lot of time to fix and constant follow-up. And then because you're the one who helped make that happen, now the client or customer goes to you for things. Like, hey, I sent an email to so-and-so 20 minutes ago. I haven't heard back. It's like, well, our turnaround time for emails is 1:45. So yeah, you get those... You get money by being active in chat. Like, if you're chatting a little bit, like, at least once every 15 minutes, you get Poké Dollars. I do think you also get some money from lurking, but, you know, balls cost a little bit of money. So, yeah. It's... Pokemon Company, I think, built it, and it's designed to help keep viewers kind of engaged and You know, encouraged to participate more and wanting to be there when Pokemon show up. Have a good time. I was multitasking when I was in actually Unwell Beauty's stream. And I'm only missing 2 Pokemon. Only 2 out of like the 730 something. I'm only missing 2. And one of the ones I was missing came up in her chat. But I was doing something else briefly. I'm like at my computer, her stream's there. I'm doing something over here. I turn back over after a couple minutes and it's like, oh, I just missed it like 30 seconds ago. I'm like, I've never actually seen that Pokemon before.
Got it down.
Alright, so we got the nail upgrade. Now we go back to... We go fight the Dung Defender, so we go into the waterways. But Icy Wind, that is kind of the challenge I have with customer service. I'm trying to find work that utilizes my management skills and leadership skills. Now the thing is, most of the jobs are for customer service, which is fine, it's whatever. But there's a perception out there. Now, there's a perception in business that in order to be a great supervisor or a great manager, you need to be great at the thing that you are managing or supervising. But that's the thing. That's not how it works. Just because you're really great at sales doesn't mean you know how to lead. You know, you don't necessarily have leadership skills. You know what I mean? 2 different skill sets. So a lot of people don't know that. I hear about companies like, oh, so-and-so got passed up for a promotion. I'm used to working at companies where, like, promotion positions are applied for. Like, oh, looks like there's a supervisor role available. Let me go through the internal application process and apply. It's not like you're chosen. I think you should be interviewed to make sure that you have the skills to do the job. Because supervisor is not just a better construction worker or a better salesperson or a better payroll person, right? Completely different skill set. I don't often see that. I think that the way that I'm describing is a really great way to look at it. It's a really great approach. You're more likely to be successful when hiring leaders if you know they have the skills you're looking for. You have no practice? The runs are practice. Neve, so. Oh shoot, speaking of, you know, and it taught them how to network and it showed them where they can go versus I'll give an answer to a question. And yeah, sometimes they just want an answer to a question because it's quicker. If they're on a call, yeah, of course, right? But they want to be self-sufficient. You know, they don't want to have to go to someone over everything. They really appreciated that. Alright, DD, let's go. Nice. Okay, so I think this is my distance PB. Like, I don't think I've ever gotten past this fight without getting hit. So, we go get King's Idol, and then that. Grab the King's Idol. And then Isma's tier, and then the grub behind Isma's tier room. Thanks, KK. It's good that you're here. I'm glad that you keep coming back to hang out. Really appreciate every person who decides this is where they want to spend any amount of time, really. It means a lot. There are so many streamers out there, and it's hard to pull up a lot of them and watch a lot of them and to be active in more than one. Anytime anyone's here, it's just like, it shows me today. Really cool. Nice. Appreciate that. Good win, Icy Wind. So let's talk about the name Icy Wind 1. Icy Wind is the Pokemon move. So... I've never dropped down that way. That was pretty risky. But we're good now. So, did you pick that name because it is a Pokemon move? I don't imagine it was like... If that were the case, I don't imagine it's like an arbitrary decision, right? Something about that move that really resonates with you, I'm thinking. Kinda risky. Gotta be careful. Yes, Icy Wind is a move in Pokemon. Really cool move. I think... I don't know... Like, it changed... Like, moves change over time, right? I remember Icy Wind being special attack. Base power 40, lowers the enemy's speed. Maybe it has a chance of lowering the enemy's speed, but I thought it was a guaranteed one. It's been a while since I've really looked at that move. Picked it on a whim back in my time playing World of Warcraft. Wanted to play a Frost Mage, Icy Winds. Nice. I should not have contested that first enemy on my right, especially without Mark of Pride. Should bait it into attacking and then jump and dash over it. Whereas I shouldn't try to hit it. Longer range. The enemy on the left gets too close, I can't really dash and escape. That is Miss Tier. Miss Tier is also 8%. Awesome. Now we quit the King Station bench. Tag to Forgotten Crossroads, and then bench, and then Glowing Womb. These runs take a while, not gonna lie. So, Glowing Womb, let's go do that. And let's hope that we don't get hit there. We only break the bank level. You... So I need to remember to not land on them. Two little guys should be coming up. They don't just like disappear ever. You gotta be careful. Okay. This room is pretty consistent. Got a little fast and loose at the end there, but I had to kind of improvise. Didn't like how those tiny guys were coming up at me. Okay, so that was good. So Glowing Womb, quit the Crossroads bench so we're not having to walk out of here. So let's do that. There's one enemy in the D-Dark area that you gotta be very, very careful. There are a lot of enemies you gotta be careful about. Just like that. No one's used that since I've added it. So I'm glad that you are. All right. Dark room. You don't really need to get the rancid egg here. Did we get the rancid egg here? Is that even worth doing? We generally have enough money for all the things that we need. Kind of an unnecessary risk, really. Okay, so if I fill up on soul, it'll make this a bit easier. I want to shoot Shade Soul high enough so I hit that little crystal guy, not this guy. Wait, so I forget these guys respawn. I can keep hitting him a couple times for soul. Makes sense. I need to remember that. If I need to leave this, like, not ancestral mound, but whatever it is, to come back for soul, I can just go farm that guy a bunch of times. Dark helped you with some bosses. It's a great move. It really is. Even helped me escape trying to practice Hitless run. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's so powerful. It's such a powerful move. It does a lot of damage, and it has like infinite invincibility frames. Not infinite. My only problem with it is it has like a long startup time. Nice. So there's a Crystal Guardian hovering in the air. You see his body right here. He's normally just below this little rolly guy. So if you shoot your Shade Soul through the wall and hit that rolly guy, you'll probably hit him too. You can kind of hear when you hit him, or feel it, so to speak. The screen will stagger slightly. So, you know, that helps. Normally the other crystal guys, you can see them and you can shoot them because you come across them horizontally. But that one you have to come up from below. And you have Howling Wraiths, but I don't know if that'll kill them in one hit. You might just push them away and then they shoot you. And you're on platforms that flip. So that's a whole thing. That's the most dangerous part of D-Dark. But we found a way around it. Get to Crossroads Bench, okay. I don't know why I like starting to feel nervous. I don't like that my hands are sweating, because, I mean, that's not really normal, but I don't know, you start to do well. Nice, okay. I think Steel Soul is kind of easier because you don't have to pay 15k, 9k, and I forgot the last price for the Fragile Charms. I see what you mean, yeah. Well, the thing is, like, if the Fragile Charms break, it's inconvenient to go get them fixed. Not, like, expensive, necessarily. But you don't have to... If you're on Steel Soul, it's like, well, don't have to worry about dying for breaking things. I totally get that. Okay. Oh gosh, I forgot about that stalactite. I'd have been so mad if that's what got me. Right? It is really cool. I'm a fan. Hey, Lorraine. Welcome back. Florian, you're right there, dude. Second place. Heart's starting to race. Going to where the acid skip is. You don't have BTTV yet? Oh yeah, you should definitely do that. It's really cool. BTTV and 7TV. I have a bunch of animated emotes on 7TV and some static emotes on BTTV. Okay. We're going to Umu. We're just gonna go fight Umu now. You're infuriated. 7TV was cool, but interfered with a different extension. Ah, that sucks. Sorry about that. Either 7TV or BTTV has like an integration, so you can just see all of them at once. Maybe, do you have access to the 7TV emotes even with only the BTTV extension? Worth a go, Icy Wind. Okay, so we got the grub. And now we just go fight Umu. No matter what happens, guys, this is easily the furthest we've gotten without getting hit. Our distance PB was Dung Defender. Now we have, here. Oh, I can one cycle Umu if I can just get that last hit in. Almost there, but I hesitated. Wait to see what was happening with a certain double hit. Got 3 double hits. That sucks. I can tell I'm nervous. I accidentally dropped in the acid there, and that's hard to do. Thanks, Lyrian. Appreciate it. Ah, Icy Wind. So many misses. I'm sorry, dude. Sucks. Kekwa, does it work now? I see Kekwa on my side. I call it Kekwa. God, I hate that I'm doing so well, guys. I'm so, like, nervous. I didn't feel this nervous on my no charms, no upgrades run. You didn't have a single one? No. We're gonna go to Queen Station. You meant the emotes. Oh. It didn't translate on your end? I have those. I have Cat Jam, I have Cat Kiss, I have... Ooh. You guys, do you not see those? Nice catch, Cheese Pringles. don't see them in chat, which is kind of weird. Like, I don't see it on the stream in OBS. But they are there. Maybe you guys see them in Twitch? Yeah, I see that. It's weird. Because it's happened where I don't see them in the chat overlay. But I do... When I ask chat, like, hey, do you guys see this? They see it on their side. I'm not sure what that's about. So we're going to bench here. But we're not going to actually activate the stag or anything. As a child, you always thought Surskit was a fish? I thought it was like it reminded me of the bugs in Super Mario 64 that would kind of like slide across the water on... Maybe it was Wet Dry World, whichever Mario 64 level allowed you to raise and lower the water level. We're going to... Leg Eater. We got to go to Leg Eater for Fragile Heart and Fragile Greed. I do forget that I have that. I think that's the only time I use Howling Wraiths in the run. Is right there on that guy. Okay, deep breaths. We're fine. Everything's fine. Elder Who requires good reaction speed. I don't have that right now because I'm tired. There's one move that it does and one rare instance where I have to use D-Dark to avoid it. There's no other way to avoid it, and it's super quick. Freaking nervous as all hell. I practiced Elder Who a couple of times. Hopefully my muscle memory is on D-Dive and not dashing. Basically, I have to not dash to escape. Don't dash to escape. You don't have Shade Cloak. Oh my god, okay. Okay. You didn't do the thing. Okay, that was fine. Thanks for the GGM. So, quit to Queen Station bench. We get grub 11. It's so stressful, I cannot even emphasize that. This is easily the longest run I've ever done. Like 40% more than my next longest run, you know? You only got to Hornet's first fight, I ran into her. Yeah, she's quick. This is missed here. This is free. Okay, so wait, we don't go right to Hera. Oh, we got to get Weaver's song. Okay. I know this route. Let's just do it. Let's just get it out. Let's. This room's pretty safe. No enemies. Well, Garpedes, right? We got Cynthia's theme from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Cynthia is one of my favorite Nintendo characters, and this music's freaking amazing. One of my favorite Pokemon songs, actually. So, Weaver's song. There's a modification I was going to make to the route. I remember now. Okay. Hey, my very first time really doing this, like mapping it out. I thought Nosk was a good idea to put into the run. That was silly, wasn't it? Nosk killed me. I'm like, I know how to fight Nosk. Nosk is easy. And then I get to Nosk and I'm like, I don't remember how to do this fight. It's been forever. Okay. We're going to deviate slightly from the usual 20% routes. We're going to go get Weaver's song, because that's a percent. I'm so excited that I remember that it's a percent. It's not exactly free, you gotta mix up the routes a little bit, but it's not too inconvenient. A little tricky in one area. We're gonna go right instead of left. Fall down here, hug right. Avoid this guy altogether, because that's a whole problem and a half we don't want. Back, welcome back. Get this grub. And drop down to the right. We're gonna go here. Should be a stalking devout. What about you? Sometimes you can get a double hit and you only have to shoot 2 at those. I don't like draining my whole meter for that. An enemy up here on this wall. Like, it didn't see me. Normally it stops and shoots. I feel like I need more soul than this, actually. Oh, I don't want that problem. But there's another problem I have now. He's overhead. That's fine. Okay, that's not so bad. I don't necessarily need to shoot him. Sorry, I was thinking through that. Okay. Now we just... Now the trick is finding a new way back to the beast den. So I decided that that guy's the way to do it. I think. There we go. 1 shot, 3 hits. Okay, cool. Nice. So, already been this. Whoa, my gosh. I gotta be careful about that guy. Okay. Cool. So now we just do the usual beast den. Not a problem. Muscle memory, it's all there. Should be fine, right? Safer. I've only fallen down twice, like accidentally fallen from this area down into the water below. And both times I've not been successful in making it back up without getting a hit, because I don't know that area that well at all. I know the map of it, but I don't know where the enemies spawn. Some of them spawn when you're like climbing walls and such, and then it's a whole... Oh, okay. Pick it up. There you go. We have one more trip back to Lem we gotta take. We're gonna hit these guys for some soul. I do have a little bit of soul farming that I do built into the route. Okay. So it's like each shade soul is equivalent to a nail hit at this point. 3 shade souls. Is it 3 nail hits? No, not quite. Okay. I don't know why my memory's failing me for this section. Like, I know this section. I know in running this multiple times a week since August, like almost a full year at this point. I know these rooms. Pokemon in chat, guys. Going out for a bit. Hey, no problem, dude. I'm totally focused right now. Okay, cool. Oddish escaped jail, really? That's not what's supposed to happen. Ever been a shiny? Yes, it doesn't show up as shiny. But when a person catches it, it'll tell you if what you caught was shiny. Right? It's interesting. So that Ponyta in chat it's not a shiny Ponyta. Like, you don't know if it is or not. But if 5 people catch it, it would only be shiny for like one of them, right? It's not like a hidden shiny that everyone would get. It like randomly generates the chance when you catch it. All right, 0 time. All right, so now we stag to resting grounds. I only have 1 shiny Icy Wind. It's pretty cool that you've got 2. Mine was a Gibble, which is awesome because it's a baby Garchomp. And even though Garchomp's shiny form is kind of lackluster, it's still like my favorite dragon, right? So where are we going? Resting grounds. We're gonna go fight Zero. And we're gonna get the Dream Wielder from the Seer. Epic color though, never evolved that shiny. Gotcha. Wish I had Gibble. Absolutely. Exactly, Icy. Alright, so Zero is new to the route. I'm not as proficient with fighting it hitless. I get hit by Zero. It makes more sense here than pretty much anywhere else. But I know how to do the fight. Pickles and bits. Okay. I see what you did there. Get wrecked, nerd. It's So if you get in enough nail hits, and it starts to pull out its other nails, you can get off like 2 to 3 Shade Souls, and if they double hit, you'll kill him, so you don't even have to deal with him having 4 nails. Okay, so let's go fight Watcher Knights. We're almost done. We don't have that much left that's new. After 0, oh yeah, we got to get the Dream Wielder from Seer. Thanks, Em. Thanks for the GG. Appreciate you. When I died to Hornet, I heard her say, "Get good." That's funny. I didn't know she said that outside of, like, the end of the game. So, after all the Dream Warriors we fought, we should have 500 Essence. And 500 Essence gives us Dream Wielder. Dream Wielder is a percent. Okay. So we take the stag to King Station. King Station to fight Watcher Knights. Okay, we know how to fight Watcher Knights, especially with all these upgrades. Should not be hard. Not make any silly boneheaded mistakes. Be safe. Watcher's Lurian, relics, sell relics. Almost done. Almost done. As we'll bench here now, there's no reason not to. The package arrived. Nice, nice, nice. Really cool. What did you get, dude? I actually ordered some things recently. I got a new ring light and I ordered a new keyboard. I wanted to get a new green screen. However, it's like the one I want. I have just like cloth that hangs over a rod, but it's a huge setup and it's really a hassle with my limited space. Okay. Two hits still. Okay. Okay. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. Come on. We're gonna be as safe as possible. There's a big guy down there we need to kill. Takes 5 hits from Shade, so we hit him 3 times. And now he's dead. Now these gates open, I can hit this lever. Trying to speed run, please. Oh, you bought a new power bank? Hold on, sorry. I see, I'll read that in a sec. Pro controller. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay, gotta focus. When I was doing a randomizer, I had to fight these guys. I didn't have Mantis Claw. I didn't have too many upgrades. I didn't have Mantis Claw, didn't have Dash. So I couldn't climb up here to break this thing. I didn't have Dash to get away from him. So I just had to kind of deal with having Monarch Wings and D-Dark, which is a very interesting way to play. Easy fight, I know how to do it. He got a little too close for comfort there. Oh my god, I hate it so much. I know better than to put myself in that position, but that's what I decided to do anyway. Okay, Watcher Knight's done. It was terrifying. I absolutely should have gotten hit when I pushed myself on the left side. I know better than that. I almost did. That was so scary. So scary. Ooh. We have a lot of little steps that primarily just involve buying things. Okay. I want this so badly, and I'm so close. The next part's tricky because I'm at a part of the route that I've only recently added in, and it is dangerous. I gotta go through a section of Kingdom's Edge with primal aspids and the giant freaking hoppers. I gotta run the gauntlet of those guys. That's coming up next. We got through Watcher Knights. Thanks for the GL, Icy. Okay. Been nervous for like the last half hour. So what are we doing? Oh, there's a raffle up, guys. Hit exclamation point and join. Hit that raffle. Sell relics, bench at King's Cross. Okay. Gamer One Wing, what's up? Welcome in. Going the wrong way. And I could go that way to get to Lem. Not really safer. Hope you had a great weekend. I'm glad that you're here. Oh, you beat P3 today, dude. That's exciting. Nice. Good job. The hard one. I'd say that's the hardest of the four, you know? Hardest of the four. I'd much rather do Pantheon 4 over 3. I see win Cheese Pringle. Nice split win there. Good job, guys. Hey, Lem. Go back and sell stuff, please. Thanks, boyo. I have a lot of money, right? But I need a lot of money.
Velmi Artred. Velmi Artred.
I have a lot of stuff to buy. A lot of expensive stuff to buy.
Velmi Artred. Velmi Artred.
At least we're not spending 3,000 Geo on like 22 Geo or something. 35 Geo, I think. Funny that. Playing a randomizer. There's a portion of the game where you need to spend... portion of the normal game where you need to spend 3,000 Geo on a vessel fragment. It's like the last vessel fragment, right? And in the randomizer, it's not a vessel fragment. Could be anything. Could be something really useful. Could be garbage. If I go up to the fountain to check, it'll tell you before you buy. It's like, do you really want to spend 3,000 Geo on 35 Geo? And of course, no, I don't. But what I decided to do instead was select the wrong option. So I bought 35 Geo. at the low rate of 3,000 geo out of my pocket. I'm like, oh no, let me quit real fast. Let me quit, and then it won't have saved that. Because that happens sometimes if like the game crashes. So I quit, and I came back in the game. And I'm like, I don't have 3,000 geo. That sucks. But it took 3,000 geo from me, didn't even give me the 35 that I had hoped for, that I purchased. So, what happened was, it actually placed like a geo rock on the ground for me to pick up. It's like, oh hey, you dropped this. You saved and quit before picking this up. So, and I got to go. I don't even know if I collected the 35 if I just left it there out of like appointment. Focus. Always gonna look down, pay attention to where I'm going. I'm not landing on any of these boo flies that are chilling here. I just want to be friendly. So let's not dash into these little hoppers. Let's not dash into them. Need to kill every single one. What happened was, last time I was here, 2 of them were like overlapping. I guess I hit one of them once. And I didn't realize that one of them had been hit once. Only one of them had been hit once. So I hit one, and it pushed it back into the other. I didn't know that. So I just got my last 2 hits. The 2 enemies were perfectly overlapped. So thought I killed him after 2 hits, but one of them wasn't dead, and I just walked right into it. Buddy, back here. Okay, cool. Alright, so all the dangerous stuff is over, guys. Only thing that's left is the Hollow Knight. I gotta go sell a bunch of stuff and buy a bunch of stuff. Just buy. I gotta go buy a bunch of stuff to get me to 69%, and then we go fight one more battle. That's all that's left. It's a fight I know very well. I do Hitless all the time, but I'm nervous and I'm almost shaking. Kingdom's Bench. Okay, so we're gonna go to Green Path. We're gonna go get the Shape of Un. Only one enemy to worry about. It's a stationary Moss Knight. No, I can't cling to that wall. Hey, Sass, thanks for the GL. I appreciate that. Scary for me. Don't get in your own brain. Yeah, Lurian. Guys, you were playing over there with Trish, right? Were you guys doing like Phaz or Demonologist together? I want this so much. I don't deserve to get this yet. I haven't worked hard enough for this specific run. But I want it so much. Shape of Un. Pretty quick, long range. And he has the two phases, right? So, bench at Dirtmouth. We're gonna go to Grubfather now that we've gotten 10 grubs. Absolutely. And you can kind of control the fight. You can kind of bait him into doing certain things and keeping his distance and certain, like, just... There are things that you can do to protect yourself. Those guys take 2 hits. Could have benched up there. Gamerwing, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Could have just dashed past that thing like it's no big deal, but we're taking this slowly. You can beat Sly, Cheese Sprinkle. Nice, nice, nice. Yes, that music was Castlevania, Icy Wind. That's Bloody Tears. So he gives us a decent amount of money for all the grubs. I did forget to get a grub, actually. But I have like 12 or 13 en route, so it's not that big a deal. So we got the mask shard, which gives us a final mask, which is 8%. We got grub song, which is 8%. You know what? I'm not even going to take the chance. So, we're actually going to bench at Dirtmouth now. Got the Grub Daddy. We got to buy a few things from Sly. And Grubberfly's Elegy is the last charm I got. We'll need Unbreakable everything. Okay, Unbreakables don't really count for a percent, but as far as like completion, yeah, that is something to do. And it's super expensive. I did not like that. I got enough money like organically, but I ended up, for the most part, but for the last charm, Unbreakable Strength, I actually had to farm Coliseum too, I think. My first try at each fight, Pure Vessel was easier than NKG. I've been hearing that a lot. Gotta go. Thanks for being here, Cheese Pringles. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do hope that you have a good rest of your day, and I will catch you later. Vessel Fragment, 4 Mask Shards. That's a complete percent right there. Terrified I'm gonna get hit by Hollow Knight in just some silly way because I'm nervous. I'm gonna second guess myself and panic or not react quickly enough because I'm really tired. Kinda tired. Got this boil. Thanks, Sass. Appreciate that. Just the speed and the difference in the original Grim to NKG that makes it harder than Pure Vessel. Interesting, okay. Alright, so we need to buy charms. Oh yeah, we need to buy out Sly. Forgot about that. Buy all of Sly's charms. Okay. So for those who don't actually know, each charm is a percent. I'm trying to get 69%. So we want as many gimme percents or free percents as we can. And that includes charms that you buy. All rancid eggs. Bag to resting grounds. Just a few steps left. Okay, so we just had the one rancid egg. You need to feed the dream nail, though. Ooh. We need to buy out Salubra. Because the crossroads are infected, the safest way to Salubra is to go to the resting grounds and to get to her via the Blue Lake. So, we're gonna do that. No enemies on the way there. Perfectly safe. Yeah, absolutely. Easy percent. Just like the charms from Sly and then the compass from Iselda. That's pretty free. And we'll have enough for a couple of charm notches after we buy her out. You. You do not, under any circumstance, bench it, Salubra. Raffle up, guys. Oh, and thanks for the contribution to the Keybind Challenge. Keybind Chaos Challenge. There is the community challenge up for guys who want to put your channel points in it. If I got and sold one more relic, I'd have enough for another charm notch. Would one more charm notch even help? I won't bench there, you silly goose. You're gonna wreck your life. I told myself to bench at Dirtmouth like 3 times and I just completely forgot. So we're here. Hey, nice win, Lorien. Put on Spell Twister and then Fragile Strength. Minimizing everything that has anything that would catch my peripherals. Now we just hope that I didn't mess up the route, because if I have like 70% somehow, which hard enough to get 69%, if I followed this step by step, it should be 69%. So let's see. 69%, okay. We are at 69%. Go time. Not paying attention to chat. Be careful, be cautious, and know how to do the fight. On the wrong side. Yes, are you kidding? I got it. 69% hitless. Let's go. 9th try. Are you kidding with that? That is insane. That is... no hit, no damage. 69% complete. That was... so long. It did not take me nearly as many attempts as I thought it would. But we got it. It's like a 3-hour run, guys. I've never had a hitless run this long. 69%'s a lot.